1,700 points? What is this, a video game? Welcome back, Mother Puckers. It's me, your host, D-Bag, and I am joined today by my two co-hosts, my two male co-hosts. It's fucking masculine energy all up in this bitch this week. Chris and Maul. We are missing Danger. She is still recovering, so we are sending her all the well wishes in the world. We hope to see her again soon. Love you very much, Danger.
I love that we did that
yes,
almost exactly at the same time, too.
You and Maul did. I was behind because I was like, oh, we're doing
at the
this
same
now?
time.
Yeah. It was very close to being right on time for you two. I'm late. Late as usual. But yeah, we are on episode 101. Thank you all so much for celebrating episode 100 with us last week. We are so very happy to finally be at that milestone. And now we're going to move forward. And what are we going to move forward with? Well, of course, with the PWHL and a brand new partnership. So it was just announced today that the PWHL is now a partner with Aveeno Canada, which is a Kenvue brand. And they have a collaboration called Strong in Sport, Stronger in Skin, which is very cool. So they are the official body care partner now of the PWHL. They will have a collaboration on and off ice for all of the 2025-2026 season, which, as we discussed previously, starts in November. So the senior brand lead for Aveeno said that this collaboration underscores an often overlooked aspect of athlete care, their skin. Athletes push the limits every day, facing physical and environmental challenges that test their resilience. Protecting and caring for your skin ensures that you can show up strong, not just in sport, but in everyday life. And we're excited to deliver this promise to athletes, hockey fans, and all Canadians as the #1 body lotion and body wash brand in Canada. So there's a lot of really cool stuff about this release. Obviously, when you're playing on ice, you get very cold and your skin dries out. So having a lotion brand as a partner actually makes hella sense to me.
Oh, yeah.
More people should be applying lotion. Please, for the love of God, lotion
And I will say, as someone, obviously, me being a redhead, I have, like, very sensitive skin. Aveeno's actually fucking incredible. So
yeah, it's
this
one of
is
the
a
few brands
win-win
that's
and
like
not only
sensitive.
sponsorship,
Yeah.
but, like, some good shit's being, invested. So
Right. Yeah, it's
with
not garbage product.
my fucking mostly sunburn ridden ass all the time.
It's also great for people with psoriasis too. Aveeno
Yes.
is one of the recommended brands because they have non-fragranced line, which fragrances really tend to like stir up skin issues.
Yep.
So I think it's a great partnership. They are going to be doing a couple of fan experiences and takeover things throughout the year. There's going to be in-game kiosks across the country featuring an immersive locker room experience. They will also partner with PWHL athletes in engaging social content to share how Aveeno helps make your skin stronger. That's kind of like the tagline for this year. And then they're going to spotlight the new healing ointment as a key player in dry skin protection and repair for sports and life's roughest moments. So if you're interested in learning more, once again, head over to thepwhl.com to read their press release. It has a couple of quotes from players and former players as well. And we will see more of Aveeno on ice throughout the 2025-2026 season. All right. I did skip over Chris. That is my habit. That's the second time. Because I'm just so used to 3 years of jumping right into
just not
PWHL news that I'm just like, Chris doesn't matter. So Chris, why don't you give us a trivia question?
So I've got another true or false for you guys this week. And this one's a bummer that Danger isn't here because it involves her home state of Minnesota. Here's a true or false. There has never been in NHL history a player from the state of Minnesota to win a major NHL award. True or false?
Okay, I know the answer.
There's never been a player from the state of Minnesota.
From the state of Minnesota to win a major NHL award. True or false?
Damn, I didn't see that one on TikTok this week.
Okay. Sure you did.
I didn't. I really didn't. I have no idea. I'm gonna.
He's like, I'm gonna Google that real fast.
No, I'm not.
So I can have an
I'm not
answer.
going to.
He's gonna noodle on it. Remember?
I'm gonna noodle on it.
He's gonna noodle on it.
I'm gonna noodle on it. Do a little noodling.
Little noodle.
Exactly.
Yep.
You in the comments can noodle along with us and put what you think the answer is
Feels so
before
dirty
we
to
get to
say
the end
noodle
of the episode.
like that. That's in that context.
That's what it's called.
That's what it's called.
Wasn't it on like a Disney TV show too?
I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, it was like
It was
the
definitely on
PB&J
one of the
Otter show.
Canadian ones. I know that. The Canadian kid shows, elite,
I gotta
by
find
the
it.
way.
It was definitely on a show.
I'll give you that, Maul. I'll give your country that.
We got Justin Bieber, Celine Dion, and Noodlin. Wait, forgot about curling. We got curling as well.
Curling.
We're well rounded.
I love that
True,
we're
true.
13 minutes into the recording and it's already off the rails.
We're exactly on track.
We are
Yeah,
absolutely
exactly where
on
we
track.
need
We
to be.
actually did it 5 minutes later than I expected.
Yeah, 100%. All right. Well, Chris, thank you for that wonderful trivia question. We will answer it at the end of the episode, as always. That part I never forget. It's just the
It's just
asking
remembering
it.
for me to tell you about it to start.
Yeah. But do you want to tell us a little bit about our cold open today?
Wow.
Why I maybe brought up that very specific number?
I think it's very fitting that we swap hats for the moment.
Yes.
So
There you go.
by the way, this is one of the new ones of the collection.
This is the new fit. How you like it? How you like it?
Actually goes well with my shirt today.
There you go.
But Sidney Crosby has officially become the 9th player in NHL history to hit 1,700 career points. He did this against the when the Pittsburgh Penguins defeated the St. Louis Blues 6-3 on Monday with a goal and 2 assists. So I just want to point out that Crosby at what 38 is just still regularly having multi-point games because he's a fucking savage.
Yeah.
So here's the list. And this is a very, very impressive list that he has joined. He has joined the likes of Wayne Gretzky, Jaromir Jagr, Mark Messier, Gordie Howe, Ron Francis, Marcel Dion, Steve Yzerman, and Mario Lemieux as the only players in NHL history to hit that mark. Funny enough, 2 of those are former Penguins players. When Crosby was spoken to after the game, he said, joining that company, those are players I grew up idolizing. I didn't ever think I'd be with them or near them. It's something I'm grateful for that I've been able to play this long and be a part of that group. He hit that magic milestone on an assist to Brian Rust with 42 seconds into the third period. Rust was spoken to after the game and said 1,700 points is incredible. To be a part of that, or to be a part of, I don't know how many of Crosby's points, obviously not all of them, but to be part of some of them has been really cool. And to get the goal on 1,700 is really cool and something I'm going to remember forever.
I will say though, with what happened at the arena while he was, or around the same time that he got his 1,700 points, I think that Sidney Crosby gave one of the best responses to that question when he was asked in the locker room when they found out about what happened.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
utmost respect for that guy and that gentleman, and us here at Pucked Up want to wish the fan a safe and speedy recovery as well, because that is absolutely wild, absolutely terrifying. And
so what we were mentioning, and I am sure a lot of people have seen the reports, but a fan had fallen from a very high point of the PPG Paints Arena during that game. As far as I know, they are in the hospital. I'm assuming they're stable. I haven't heard anything otherwise.
I know that he was in critical condition when he was taken to the hospital, and they haven't really provided any updates, including the fan's name or anything like that.
Anyone
I think
knows
that's for
what
the best.
happened?
No, they're not releasing it. I mean, there's speculation, but we just know that he fell from the second
200
level,
section,
the 200
Oh, wow,
section.
okay,
he hit
yeah.
another fan on the way down and
Yeah.
ended up shattering the plexiglass at rink level.
Yeah.
So it was a massive, massive fall. There's yet to be any reporting about what caused it, whether it was drinking and fell over, or if there was a scuffle. We have no idea.
Yeah.
We just know that he is in critical condition. Hopefully by now he's stable, but yeah.
Yeah, and
So I don't want to take anything away from the celebration because 1,700 career points is fantastic, but it stood out to me that he's that good of a player and he's that just understanding of the environment. When he was asked by the reporter and he goes, "Hey, we actually just found out that two fans got hurt tonight. As much as we want to celebrate in the locker room at this point, we're more concerned and our thoughts and prayers are going out to them. So ask me at a later date."
Well, and that's
Yeah,
like that's again when you look at players like Crosby and Ovechkin and that generation, that is the type of role model you want your kids to have. Is their class acts, and obviously in a situation like this, which again we don't want to harp on this because it's like this, there is a big milestone here, but it's like with a situation like this, it's how else do you respond? Like you can't just pretend it didn't happen, right?
right.
Sorry, you were going to say something, Dave.
Yeah.
I cut you off.
Well, it's okay. I was just going to say, I have gone on record before in saying that I think Sidney Crosby has a very punchable face, and I stand by that. However, I will say on record as well, and I have said this before, he is actually a good guy, and he does come across as a very decent guy, like you were saying, Mal, for his first thought to be like, yeah, 1,700 points, that's great. How's that guy doing, by the way? Like, is he good?
And like you
that
can see it in his voice that like he's heartbroken by that.
Yeah.
You know, like you can see the emotion and you know that that's real emotion. That's not just rehearsed because, you know, but so congratulations, 1,700 points, but you know.
Now, it is a massive accomplishment.
Well, and we're in a situation like we had talked about, Mal, you and I on the Weekend Whistle episode on Monday. When you see numbers like this, and you see the output that he still has, and a player like Ovechkin, who's still also posting big numbers this late in their career, do you think we see either of them retire in the next 5 years? Like, what is the reality of them both sticking around for a while? You know?
I mean, the biggest thing with Crosby is what does he have to lose? He's what, 38?
38.
You know, like, yeah, he's getting up there in age, but it's like he still plays good hockey. He still is out there passionately giving goals, giving assists, fighting for the puck, you know?
He had a career year last year.
Right. I don't think he's going to slow down at all because he just doesn't want to.
Which is fair. I wouldn't want to either. I don't think that we see, unless there's something big that happens, I don't think that we see either of them retire and then this year or the next 1 to 2 even.
Yeah.
I mean, how much more does Sidney have on his contract?
I think 2 years.
Okay, so we get him till he's at least 40, 41.
Let me tell you right now, actually.
Is he going to go until he's 50 like Ovi's planning on it?
Or like Yager, who just finally was like...
Yager's still playing.
He thought about it for a second, though.
Crosby's contract is up at the end of the 26-27 season. So next 2 seasons,
next year.
We've got him for at least 2 more seasons.
Yeah. I want to see Crosby and Ovechkin talk and retire them the same year.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a league without them facing off against each other.
Because it won't be fun.
That's
what's the point,
ultimately want.
You know?
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Did
they come together? Did they get drafted?
They were a year apart.
I would
say it was close,
Crosby
right?
Yeah. A year later.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool to see 2 greats retire at the same time?
Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I just think it would be cool.
Because
then they're both eligible.
Yeah, they're eligible at the same time. But like I think Dee and I had this conversation last year. The only way that that's acceptable is the final regular season game has to be purposely scheduled as the Penguins versus the Capitals. Because the season needs to end where those two face one more time. And honestly, fuck it. I want to see in the 3rd period those 2 motherfuckers finally fight each other. Just even if it's even if it's for shits and giggles fight, like they're not really just like drop the mitts and fucking go.
Wouldn't that be something? Could you imagine?
Right.
Not like they're both.
I want to see that game go into OT though.
That's that would be sick.
Yeah.
Just
I want an extra frame.
That would be incredible. And even then, just like neither of them are strangers to fights. They've both been in plenty of them.
Going to overtime, but not like the World Series game the other night.
Dude, that ended in 18 fucking innings.
Longest, that was almost a 7-hour game.
Longest game in World
Christ.
Series history.
Could you imagine? I saw, not to be off topic a little bit, but
I
saw
in one. Two fucking games.
So again, not to get off topic, but I saw like a news reporter at the game. He's like, they're out of food, they're out of water, concession stands are bone dry here. All you can get is French fries. That's it. He goes, we're starving and we want this game to end.
Because they were at Rogers Center, right?
Yeah, there was no Dodger dogs. They were all out of soda. Their bottles of water were coming undone.
Were they in LA or were they in Toronto?
They're in LA.
Oh shit, they were at Dodger Stadium? Damn, no one could have made a fucking trip to like Ralph's or whatever.
Costco?
Get called Domino's, like, we need like 1,000 pizzas now.
We need 2,000 large cheese pizzas right
Can
now.
you imagine that call? Rally the Domino's and the pizza places. We need to keep this game going.
That would be crazy. Well, I mean, think what was the longest for the playoffs in the NHL? Was it 7, 6, or 5 or 6 overtimes? At what point are you like, guys, can we just do rock, paper, scissors to fucking see who wins this?
But even then, at least like there's a clock. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the periods are 20
down.
minutes, whereas in fucking
baseball there's no
innings could be 5 minutes. It could be an hour and a half.
Yeah,
you have no fucking idea.
So the longest game in NHL history was in March 24th of 1936, the Stanley Cup semifinals between the Detroit Red Wings and the Montreal Maroons, which lasted 176 minutes and 30 seconds. It went for 6 overtime periods.
Jesus Christ.
That's a whole 2 more games.
And the Red Wings ended up winning.
What was the score?
1-0.
No shit.
Yep.
Dude, imagine waiting. Imagine.
Yep.
It went 7 overtimes.
Yep. And Mud
6.
Brunetto
imagine
scored at 16:30 of overtime.
Imagine you sit through 11 fucking periods or 10 periods.
I don't know. That's what it says.
To wait for the first goal.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was the marathon game was the longest in NHL history and was the start of the Red Wings' eventual Stanley Cup victory that year.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you learned something new today.
After 9
they
periods,
won. Yep, and they won 1-0. Could you imagine? That's how you win. Dude, those goalies must have blocked like each easily like now I'm gonna deep dive into this.
150 shots a piece, if not more.
No. In the 90s?
I don't know.
Crazy.
Nah.
No, yeah, you're probably looking at like 50, 60. What year was it?
1936.
Oh, 36.
30s?
They probably have
they blocked 15 shots. They blocked
9 periods. 16 max.
Come on. Yeah. I don't even think they kept those stats back then to know how many shots they blocked.
I don't think they did.
Now we'll make the swap to the new and improved Ducks hat.
Well, and now that we are we watching the Ducks yet? Yeah, we are. Ooh,
the Ducks are going first period.
Yeah.
Scoreless against the Yankees.
So that leads us into our next topic, which is that today, as of time of recording, we are in the NHL Frozen Frenzy.
It feels like every year we record on Frozen Frenzy since it started.
Every fucking year, so we can't really enjoy it.
Frozen Frenzy.
We need to figure that out. We need to make different life choices.
Honestly, maybe next year we just live stream.
Maybe. I don't know.
We just do
because we can't actually watch any of the games, which kind of sucks. But that's all right. My team doesn't start for another 45 minutes. So
okay, guys. So
I'm good. You're the one that's fucked right now, Chris.
My team just tied it up, thank God.
Yeah, your team. So yeah, and me and Danger are the only ones that are safe for the moment.
Well, I don't know if you want to watch the Wild right now. Because holy fuck.
Dude, we'll get to it in the injury report. Good God. But yeah, so all 32 teams are playing. So there's 16 games that are happening over the course of tonight. I will say, NHL, let me make this plea to you directly. Fucking stop doing it on a goddamn Tuesday. Can we get like a Saturday game or something? Or I don't know.
Saturday
you got to
would
figure
be
it out.
Chill.
I know that Saturday is college football, and so you're fighting with that, and there's a lot of college football, but I really don't think that your fan base has a massive crossover between college football and hockey. Not to mention, most people are not going to watch college football all day. They're going to watch their team, right?
College football can suck my balls.
So fucking stop doing it on a goddamn Tuesday, because the fact that my game doesn't start till 8:30, but then there's some games that don't start till 11:30 at night. People are not watching those, my guy, unless they're on the West Coast. And they're just not. Statistically, they're not.
I'll watch them.
You're going to be there, but you're up editing our pod, so...
Yeah, I'm up till like 2 in the morning making sure this podcast looks good for you guys.
Yeah.
And then
don't forget to drop a like.
5 hours
you worked
later.
hard on this.
Did. Yeah, so you don't like it.
Throw a thumbs up in the comments for Chris. For good job, bud.
Not only just editing the podcast, making the fucking thumbnail.
Yeah, our thumbnail girl is out, huh? Maybe, yeah.
Gives me more to do.
Anyway.
Strengthens my portfolio.
So we are seeing all the games. Ray Ferraro. I don't know why I want to call him Fierro, other than I just watched Dancing with the Stars Wicked Night the other night, and so I am thinking about Fierro from Wicked. So maybe that's it. Anyway, he is calling the games on ESPN. Now here's we're going to take a detour. I am so fucking goddamn tired. I understand the exclusive rights and they can do what they want, but I am so sick of, if I try and watch something, I now have to pay for other packages. Like I can watch it because I have cable. So luckily ESPN.com is still letting me watch the freaking games tonight, because again, we're recording as we're doing this. Otherwise I'd be sitting on my couch and watching the TV behind me. But to watch anything on streaming platforms, you have to pay all this extra fucking money, and I'm so goddamn sick of it. I understand that it's not the league's doing, and Chris and Maul and I got into an argument about this last year. We understand that, but as I reiterated to Chris today, us as fans need to start speaking up and being like, this is fucking bullshit. I'm going to drop this sport if you don't stop doing this.
Yeah.
Because then they actually have leverage when they go to renegotiate. If they can prove to ESPN that they will lose viewership by doing this dumbass shit, then they can possibly leverage it into not being the exclusive licensee for things like this, for massive events like this.
Right.
So we do need to be vocal about it, but I do understand that it's not the NHL's fault. Still mad either way.
I do feel, though, that with the issue that we're currently experiencing with ESPN, that if the NHL did try to bring it up to them, the mouse would be like, fine, I own the NHL now. Bitch about it.
Well, that's kind of the big thing.
Disney would just buy them.
No, well, you can't. Disney doesn't have enough money to buy the NHL.
You don't think Disney has enough money to buy the NHL?
Probably not. Well, the biggest thing that I was saying to you guys, and D brings up the point, and it's like, yes, with these sorts of contracts, the media rights exclusivity deals are essentially, they're signing away any like, I don't want to say like rights, because it's not necessarily that way, but they're signing away like their voice in a sense to like, here you have full exclusive rights to whatever for the next so and so years. That means ESPN can do whatever the fuck they want, and the NHL really can't say anything about it. And it is unfortunate, because it's like, for me, I did have to buy the ESPN Unlimited regardless of the NHL, because for me as a wrestling fan, WWE pay-per-views are now on ESPN. So for me to watch that, I have that. But it's like, it does get frustrating, because this is now what, the second or third different streaming service that ESPN has launched. So it's like, it's frustrating, but it like Dee said, it is the unfortunate part of, we can bitch at the NHL all they want. It's kind of, they can't do anything about it, unfortunately.
For the next unknown number of years until it's time for contract negotiations again. Yeah, and I have no idea when they last signed their last agreement, so I have no fucking clue.
I mean, look what ESPN did when they re-signed Premier Lacrosse League. They bought they actually bought equity in the league. So they now hold, like, they own a portion of the league. So like, I could see if the NHL were to sell a small like sliver to ESPN, then this would be a little more palatable because like, all right, ESPN owns part of the league. It's like, it is what it is. Then you have
I'd
that.
still be mad about it.
Yeah, but then you'd
It would
have
be-
that
it would be-
leeway to have that conversation, right? Because
Right,
the
right.
NHL can, in that form, work with ESPN. But it's like now they kind of G bets dollar sign
Dollar sign.
has to sit back and just go, I'm sorry guys,
Yikes.
I can mention it, but they don't have to listen.
They don't give a
correct.
shit.
Yeah.
That's the sad part of it. It's unfortunate. It really is that's how those contracts work. But
Yeah.
you know when you're signing your name on that dotted line, you know exactly what you're getting into. Unfortunately,
Right.
and the fans
Right.
have to suffer sometimes,
Like
and
right
it's
now,
not fair.
in
It's
this very
not.
moment. I'm suffering greatly, Chris. Haven't you noticed? No, but we do love the Frozen Frenzy. I think it's a really cool concept. I like having all teams playing on the same night. That way, there's always something to watch.
Yeah.
Even if you're in a blackout area, you're going to be able to find some sort of team, right? It
Right.
might not be the team you want, but you're still getting hockey, and we love hockey. So I do really love the concept. I just think small improvements, baby, small improvements.
Do you think it would be cool if on the Frozen Frenzy nights they remove blackouts?
That would be
Would be.
convenient.
Wouldn't that be like a cool little thing to do? Just like to celebrate like everyone playing at the same time. Like, hey,
Yeah.
we're gonna lift blackouts. Because like I was telling Chris the other night, some reason I had a blackout lifted and I was able to watch a Bruins game.
Well,
Ooh.
we had the conversation a week or two, like a week ago. I live in the local, like my quote unquote local market is the Bruins. So
Right.
whenever the Ducks play the Bruins, I can't watch those games.
Which sucks because you finally get to watch them at a decent time.
Yeah, I don't work nights anymore, so I can actually watch the games. So it's like
Yeah, you get.
I
Fucked.
have to miss those 2 games a year, and I can buy the regional sports package or whatever, but I'm not a Boston sports fan. So for me to spend the money just to watch 2 games a year, and same with I live in market for the Rangers
Right.
and the Islanders.
Yeah.
The Rangers, I get
Which-
blacked out.
Which that regional package is over $300 a year.
Not
I would
for
like to
YouTube
point out.
TV. So it's it's
for
way cheaper than
Nesson,
that. But,
it is.
Yeah, but
Wow.
not for YouTube TV.
Yeah.
It's way cheaper, but it's still I'm not spending money on a package for
You shouldn't
4
have to.
games. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
See, I
that's
get
again regional
monumental-
sports network contracts, and that's literally we can do an entire fucking episode just on
We could.
how rights deals work.
We can do that as an emergency backup pod.
Yeah,
for sure.
Bore people for 2 hours and I can talk about how fucking sports media rights deals work. You want to talk? You think the NHL is bad?
Oh yeah.
We can do one on fucking Major League Baseball, and you will just be like, yeah, no, the NHL is really not that bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Because holy shit,
Yeah.
Oh! Sorry. I just saw my boy is playing for the Canes tonight.
Your
who?
boy.
Bradley Nadeau.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's
They
right.
finally
That's right,
pulled
that's
him up out of the AHL. Sorry, I watched him
Yeah.
and his brother since college, so it's excited because he got drafted by the Hurricanes, then immediately sent to the AHL team.
Yeah, and then
You
Maul
know,
drafted him on fucking fantasy.
I
hockey
was the
last year.
only one last year that drafted that
Literally
player.
the only
that
person
drafted
in
him.
the world.
I was the only one in the world that drafted him, and you know what? That gave him just enough. I would like to think to step up in the AHL to show that he was worth it, and now he's in the NHL,
Yeah,
making a difference.
I'm gonna let
I'm
you
not going
think
to crush
that.
your dreams.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you think that,
It
bro.
was that. It was that. So you know what? Take a chance. Believe on those players.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
Maul, with all that hope and optimism, why don't you lead us into our next topic then?
So the next topic is something that I love and is near and dear to my heart, and it is Hockey Fights Cancer. The campaign has begun again, and we are currently in Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This is the last episode for the 2025 Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So let's see. The NHL just launched the newest Hockey Fights Cancer campaign, and honestly, it's one of the most meaningful traditions in the sport. You've probably seen it before with the lavender jerseys, the helmet details, and the emotional pregame moments, but this isn't just a PR thing. It is a league-wide effort that has been changing lives since 1998. That's almost 30 years of Hockey Fights Cancer. And this year's campaign, the 2025-2026 season, is the biggest one yet. So let's break down what's new, how much money it's raised so far, and why this hits home for so many players and fans. So Hockey Fights Cancer is a joint effort between the NHL and the Players Association, and the V Foundation for Cancer Research. And it started back in the late 90s when the league decided to use its research for something bigger than hockey. Since then, they've raised $44 million to fund research, support families, and increase awareness. Last season alone, they raised $8.2 million, and $4.6 million of that went directly to research grants across the US and Canada. So it's not just small change fundraising, it's actual science, hospitals, treatment funding coming from the sport that we all love. So now for the 2025 season, the campaign is everywhere. Every one of the 32 NHL teams will host a Hockey Fights Night Cancer. Chris, if you would love to, please display the graphic over my face of the teams and their dedicated night. The Kings, I think it's the Kings. Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, the Kings get 2 nights.
Kings do get 2 nights.
They get, no, 3.
They have
I lied.
3.
They get 3 nights.
Yeah.
Bastards. So if you're a Kings fan, step up. You have 3 chances.
Very true.
Let's see. Okay, cool. And during those Hockey Fight Cancer nights that each team will have, they will be sporting the signature lavender warm-up jerseys and have a special ceremony on each of those nights, which is always so cool to see. Mm-hmm. The league spotlights event kick off around late October into November, like the Frozen Frenzy, which is at time of recording today. We got Prime Monday Night Hockey on November 3rd, TNT's coverage on the 4th, and Hockey Night in Canada on November 29th. Big sponsors are stepping up too. AstraZeneca is a huge sponsor behind Hockey Fights Cancer and have been for a few years now. And they have already donated $800,000 this year and to push their Get Bodies Checks Against Cancer health campaign in Canada. Hyundai has also had this awesome greatest save promotion. Every save made in the NHL season, they will spend $10 to pediatric cancer research through the V Foundation. They're expected to top $700,000. Even Nicorette is joining in and using the campaign to promote a tobacco-free message during November, which is wild that so many organizations are coming together to help speak out. So this has grown to not just something that is just localized to the NHL.
Right.
Other organizations in cancer treatment and cancer prevention organizations are stepping up to get on the Hockey Fights Cancer campaign to help push the message out there. Let's see. So guys like Mario Ferrero from the Sharks said the billet his mom passed away from cancer and that he lost the drive and passion for the cause. Or Alex Ovechkin, who donates to pediatric cancer research for every goal that he scores. So it's the kind of things that take from this charity. They give it purpose, right? So it's not just the teams, it's not just the organizations, but the players believe what they're doing and give back to help make a difference. So when you watch those pregame ceremonies, you'll see players standing next to survivors holding their sign that say, I fight for, insert whoever you are fighting for, whether it's yourself, someone you love, someone you lost. It's showing that the fight never stops and is never going to stop as long as cancer is still around. And it just hits you. It reminds you that the battle, it reminds you that behind the helmets and stats are real people fighting their own battles or skating for someone who couldn't. And this is just another example of why you'll hear us a million times say on this podcast, things like this are why hockey's the superior sport. Yeah. Here's the part that I love. Again, it's not just an NHL thing anymore. Although someone called the HFC assist any team, youth, adult league, high school, even beer league teams can host their own Hockey Fight Cancer nights. The league gives you the toolkits, the details, lavender tape, and everything you need to turn your local rink into a fundraiser. Fans can grab the official lavender gear at nhlshops.com or nhlshops.ca, and proceeds go straight into cancer research. So if you ever wanted to combine your local love of hockey with something that actually helps people, this is a perfect way. And I also want to point out, ACHL teams do this, ECHL teams do this.
Yep.
College teams do this.
Yeah.
High school teams do this. At the end of the day, we all love the rivalries, we all love the chirps and the highlight reels, but this campaign reminds us that hockey's heartbeat is way beyond the ice. With the entire sport rallied around the cause, this is proof that the community still matters. It's a reminder that we're all in the same team on this fight. So if you're listening, check out your favorite hockey team and their Hockey Fight Cancer Night. Show up in lavender, share your story, maybe donate if you can, because every voice and every dollar helps. Hockey Fights Cancer isn't just about raising money, it's about raising hope.
Very beautifully said, Maul. This is, definitely very important to me as well. So if you can do,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And the wonderful thing about the V Foundation, and if you guys are not familiar with it, that was started by Jimmy V, who was a very famous college basketball coach who passed away from cancer. And if you haven't heard his speech at the ESPYs when he won a Lifetime Achievement Award, he passed away sadly not long after, but it's one of the most moving things. And like Maul said, we've all been affected in our own way. And I know for sure once that shit hits, I haven't had a chance to, but I'll absolutely be buying some of that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of my favorite things I've seen during all of this is, I think it was a year or two ago at a Bruins game. You heard this guy in the middle of the moment of silence. It was the most Boston shit. All you hear is him yell, "Fuck you, cancer!" And the arena just erupted. I was like,
Yep.
It's little things like that it, like you said, the rivalries and the passion that we have for the sport, they fade away, and then we all come together in this major moment. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how this how the league steps it up again this year, because last year was pretty aming how much money they ended up raising.
Yeah.
I do want to point out
8.6?
that the
I think so, something like that.
The Hockey Fights Cancer champions for this year include a player from the PWHL.
Yes, Sarah Nurse.
Sarah Nurse.
Which is the first time ever the PWHL has been included as a member of the PWHL has been included as a Hockey Fight Cancer champion. By the way, I should have mentioned earlier, and I forgot to, they also participate in this.
Yes.
When I was going on that long rant, I forgot about the PWHL, and I apologize. But you look at these champions, right? They're players who have never had cancer. They're players who have had cancer. They're broadcasters. They're directors of goaltending, musicians. It's not just players when it comes to this cause. Everyone in every country rallies behind this and supports this. And I challenge you, when you watch your team play, wear lavender. Post a picture in our comments showing that you're supporting it. Tag us on social media. Tag the NHL to show your support. If you can, don't just donate, purchase the merch so you can proudly wear it wherever you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see if this is the year that we can beat the 8.6 million.
Which is
8.2,
fucking nuts.
8.2 million.
That's
a lot of money.
Let's get to 10. Let's get to fucking 10.
Let's get to 10. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hashtag the push to 10.
We're starting that shit. We're starting that shit.
Right here. Right here.
You heard it first. Exclusive. Fucked up exclusive.
Hashtag the
we want
push
some,
to 10.
We want a footnote in the fucking article about it.
Let us be there to celebrate. We'll hold the check.
And our logo's already
I look good in
partially
lavender.
purple, so we're already supporting because we've got the right color. I can make that shit lavender in 5 seconds.
Boom. So, but I love this. I love that hockey does this. We've all been affected by it. We all, unfortunately, cancer is one of those things where everyone will be affected by it sooner or later. So take the initiative, be proactive. You know, another big message that they talk about, during this is go get checked.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Be preventative when it comes to cancer treatment. Don't wait until it's too late or wait until it's last minute. If something doesn't feel right, go get checked. There are clinics. A lot of companies' health insurances pay for pre-cancer screenings. I know where I work, which is a very small business, pays for 2 free cancer screenings a year.
Yeah.
Reach out to your HR department, see what you guys have available for you. Get checked.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It makes a difference, and it could save your life.
Well, thank you very much, Mal. Chris, you have some exciting announcements for us in the World Junior side of the.
It is
forgot the
absolutely
word.
that time of year for me to do what I normally do, and let's talk about the World Juniors. The 2026 World Junior Championship or World Junior Championship schedule has been released officially. It looks like it'll kick off in late December, literally the day after Christmas, or for those of us outside of the United States, it'll start on Boxing Day. It runs from December 26th to January 6th. Games will be played at the Grand Casino Arena, home of the Minnesota Wild in St. Paul, and 3M Arena in Minneapolis, on the campus of the University of Minnesota. The United States are the 2-time defending World Juniors champions.
That should have
Bald
been
Eagles.
the question of the week for trivia.
It should be. It should be
Next
How many
week.
back-to-back championships have the U.S. won? And when we ask this question next year, it's going to be 3.
It's going to be 3 because we're that
gonna be
confident.
3.
We're that confident already.
Hell yeah.
But the United States will play Germany in one of 4 games on the first day. It looks like day 1 will be Sweden versus Slovakia, Denmark versus Finland, Germany versus United States, Canada versus Czechia, and then so on and so forth. We get down until January 2nd will be the quarterfinals, January 4th will be the semifinals, and January 5th, the 3rd place game, and at 7:30 p.m. we will have the championship, the gold medal game. If you guys want to find out where your favorite country is sitting in for their for the schedule, you can find that on the NHL website, or if you go to the IIHF website, you can find everything you need for the World Juniors. I know Dee and I will absolutely be pulling for the USA like we normally do, and Maul's going to cry in second place with Canada when they're losing.
Hey, we got 4 nations. I don't care.
Yeah, you did get 4 nations. You just
We'll give you
can't get
that,
us in the
I
World
guess.
Juniors.
I don't care. We got 4 nations. Scoreboard
Scoreboard.
where it counts. Scoreboard where it counts.
I will say, Russia still does remain banned by the IIHF, so maybe
Snooze,
one day
you
we'll
lose,
get them
motherfucker.
back. But if we're looking early on, I don't think sleeping on Latvia is a good idea
I don't think slipping on Latvia is
because
a good idea either.
they went crazy last year.
Yeah.
Latvia and Finland, watch out.
Yep.
I mean, if you even talk about, and we'll talk about once we get to the Olympics, but don't sleep on Finland in the Olympics either.
No, dude, they gave Canada a run for their money in 4 nations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and think about
And that
all of
was
those
just the
players are playing in
NHL
the
players.
Olympics.
That wasn't the other people who don't play in the NHL.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. All right. Well, thank you very much for that update, Chris. We will obviously keep you updated as the World Junior World. I always call it World Juniors, and it's not. It's the Junior Worlds.
No, you had it
we'll
right the
keep you-
first time. It's the World Juniors.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I
You know,
should stop doubting
we
myself.
get hockey. We get World Junior hockey on New Year's Eve, the Winter Classic on New Year's Day, and then January 2nd we get quarterfinal World Juniors.
Championships.
I believe all games will be on the NHL Network in the United States, and I believe it'll be on TSN
in Canada.
in Canada or CBC, one of the two. I would say check your local listings. But I don't get to watch it because I don't have the fucking NHL Network because YouTube TV apparently can't get it.
Hey, man. Welcome to
I'll
the
be
rest of
watching when I
us.
can.
Yeah.
That VPN.
All right. It is time that we enter into offside opinions. Maul, you want to walk us through this one?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is an interesting one that kind of ties back into the Hockey Fights Cancer campaign to what I feel they could potentially be doing more with it. And I know that
See
you
what I did
guys
there?
probably agree with me. I do. So in 2023, the NHL banned warm-up jerseys on the ice, and now they're removing the dress code for walking up to the building. Prior, players, when they left the bus or showed up to the arena, had to be in suits. They had to look presentable. They had to look like they were going to a business meeting. I think that it looked professional. It showed class. They weren't
Right.
showing up in some of the shit that NFL players show up in, because let's just say you're not walking the red carpet at a fashion show. Anyway, sorry, I had to go on that little rant.
Mini rant,
Um,
yeah.
but do you think with them banning the formal wear, or not banning it, but removing the requirement for it, that they should allow teams to do specialty jerseys? So like there's Hockey Fights Cancer, Heritage Nights. They could show up in the team's custom jerseys to help further promote these. Do you guys think that that would be a good idea?
I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm with you on this, Mall. I don't think that rule should have been removed personally. I like the fact that they were required to have that business, well, not really business, but they looked presentable and professional.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, like think about it. Like I don't know how it was for you guys in local high school, but like
we
in
had to
my
look
high school,
presentable.
the
Absolutely.
varsity team, when you had a game, doesn't matter if you ran cross country or were in the marching band or on the football team, you had to be in either a dress or appropriate female attire or a suit and tie
Yeah.
Right.
to school the whole day.
Oh yeah, we had to very much so be presentable. And I wouldn't it wasn't always necessarily suit and tie, depending on the game, but absolutely we had to be presentable.
I think the
We had to
requirement
look
for guys
good.
was a button-up shirt and a tie was
Yeah,
required.
we definitely had to sometimes the button up, or we had to wear like nice
Game jerseys or something.
yeah, we had nice like polos that said like my high school and stuff, and we would be required to wear stuff like that. So yeah, you have to. How do you expect to hold yourself to a high standard when you're performing if you look like shit? I guess. I mean, and listen, I'm all for personal style. We obviously, you guys know, with me, I have my own style. We all have our own, but like, I didn't hate it, but I think that in this situation, I think the only way you can bring the specialty jerseys back, if you can't use them on the ice, is they would need to be in the walk up, like the
Yeah.
walk in. And I don't know if teams would do that. The Hockey Fights Cancer stuff, I could see that because that's like a league wide initiative. But in other situations, I don't know. I think they should,
So-
but
I think that they should. I think that, I mean, we've, over the last several years, especially even before the dress code thing, people would wear silly shirts underneath their suit jackets if they were celebrating a player milestone, their 500th game, their 1500th career point, whatever. So they've always done something like that to honor special moments. But when we removed specialty jerseys from the warm up section from on ice, it kind of disappeared. I think some teams tried to do it, but it was such a gray area with the league because of the need for business attire as the walk-in clothes. So I think now there's an opportunity, right? Like they're not police anymore. So if nothing else, I think we should see more captains get together with their teammates and be like, hey, let's all wear the Heritage Night jersey. Let's all wear the Hockey Fights Cancer one. That one is pretty widespread. So I don't think, I think teams are already kind of doing that. But for the other ones, absolutely. Because as I've, so all of us on the Pucked Up podcast are in a group chat on Insta where anytime any team drops a new logo for any of their nights, I'm sending that message out, being like, look how fucking sick this is.
yeah.
Because they're so cool.
Yeah.
And like they pay local artists who are a part of whatever specialty program that is. So if it's for Latin night, it is someone in the community that is Latin American. If it is for, we have ones for like educators and stuff like that, teacher appreciation nights, things like that. It'll be a teacher. The ones that are for DC, it's usually a DC native that has designed that year's jersey or whatever. So it's so sick to be able to appreciate people, members of the community who make incredible art and are also into hockey. And it's such a collaborative moment that I think we need to highlight it more. So since now there is no dress code and you can roll up, and what we have seen some players do, they're literally in sweatpants and a white t-shirt and looking
Crocs.
like a bum, you know what I mean? Like it's not cute. That, like, let's have a purpose for it. Let's have them be in these specialty warm-up jerseys, because most clubs auction those off like game worn, even though they don't actually get worn in a game, but they auction it off for money, and those that usually goes back into funds that any of these nights are supporting. If it's a hockey fight cancer night, if it's veterans night, if it's any of that, they're going back into charities for those communities. And so we really should be applauding that, and we should be focusing on that. So I would love to see us do more with that in that time, now that we have it back.
I agree. I think for the first time this season, we all agree on something. But it is one of those things where, like, you guys both did bring up a good point. Like, this is a great opportunity for them to, even if they just wanted to do something for their organization, like if they were having a special night just for the organization on like a home game, have a player wear the jersey, have a player sign the jersey, sell it as a game-worn autographed jersey.
Yeah.
Raise money for whatever cause you want to do. I know, like, my local ECHL team that I go to, that's what they do. They have, like, first responder appreciation night. They have military appreciation night. They have a celebration for the Children's Hospital. They have a celebration for, you know, Native American heritage. They have an Irish night. They do all these different nights, and they all have all these cool custom jerseys that, like you said, are designed by local artists. And then they raffle those off.
Yeah.
It's a great way to raise money. And then the team can use that money to give back to its fan base.
Absolutely.
You know, like I want to like kind of link with what the Patriots did this past year. And Goodell did a night for, not Goodell, Kraft. Kraft did a night for the fans who can't afford full price tickets. And he sold like $30 tickets.
Wow. That's actually incredible for someone like him to actually, you know, do something
because he was like, so many of our fans can't afford to come to games because of how crazy the prices are. He goes, so if you go to this website, they refused all resales of the tickets, so you could not resell it. And there was $30 tickets.
Honestly, let's get back to that.
Yeah. I mean,
fuck resellers.
Shit.
The way to stop scalpers is to no resales allowed. And if half the stadium is empty, it doesn't matter. The fucking, you know, the guys in charge, they got their money anyway. It's still going into the team. Who gives a shit?
And you know what? I applaud them for that, because did he have to do that? No. But that was a way to give back to the fans and allow a new demographic of fans to go watch their favorite sport live.
Yeah.
You know? The money that they raise from potentially doing stuff like this can go to that.
Yeah.
You know? There's so much potential that the teams could do. So, hit us up. What are your ideas?
I mean,
for what?
Let us know down in the comments below.
Yeah. I was like, what? Are you asking me? I was like, or
no, I had to like dramatic pause. Dramatic pause.
Like, I mean,
your guys' face though was priceless. You were like, we already talked about that, asshole.
What a shit. What a shit.
Yeah, our faces matched yours from the bloopers last week of when you absolutely lost. Your brain just shut down.
Which is one of the best shorts
so
we have.
funny.
You guys can see, if you haven't seen that, check out the TikTok and check out YouTube shorts.
YouTube shorts.
Yeah, no, you full on see it. It dies. It's the lights on, no one's home.
Before we move on, we have breaking news. Emily Kaplan from ESPN reported about 15 minutes ago, and I was waiting on this, but Dallas Stars have re-signed defenseman Thomas Harley to a massive deal. He signs an 8-year extension, which has an average annual value of $10.6 million a year. This deal comes with a full no movement clause past the first 3 years. And this is a big piece considering Thomas Hurley last year had 50 points in 78 games and had a plus minus of plus 32.
No movement clause is notable too, because that means he also can't get sent anywhere. Like,
without
can't get
his
waived,
permission.
can't do anything.
The
without
only
his
way
permission.
after year 3, the only way that changes is he has to be the one to waive his no movement clause.
Yeah.
So
That's sick. That's a good deal.
That's a big piece to hold on to. That's going to help
He's also-
secure their blue line. 24.
He's also 24 years old.
Yeah.
And helped Team Canada win 4 Nations last year.
We get it. You're
All right.
Canadian.
We get it.
But again,
All right.
24 years old, and for the next 8 years, you're making $10.6 million.
Dude,
And
I
in,
wish.
in
A
9
year.
games this season, he has 8 points. So
Yeah.
yes, he's only
He's a
got 1
beast.
goal, but he has 7 assists. So like that's
still
going
production,
to be big.
you know what I mean?
That's averaging basically a point per game.
Yeah.
Dude,
So-
Ovi Jr.'s doing good.
Ovi Jr. Well,
Ovi
he can't be
Jr.
Ovi
I don't
Jr.
think-
He's from New York.
Yeah.
Okay, but I meant like he's going to be the one to take Ovi's record.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's a defenseman. He
He's
has
got
1
16
goal.
years to do it.
He has
16
one-
years to do it.
He has 33 career goals.
Believe in
Yeah.
it, Chris.
Not in a defenseman.
Believe it.
That'd be like me saying,
All
"All
right.
right, yeah, but that rookie goalie, he's gonna break the record for goals."
He's gonna do it. Can you imagine?
Fucking-
Got that many goalie goals?
You fucking putz.
So moving on, let's go into our naughty boys and our hurdy boys, as Danger loves to call it. I know that on the weekend whistle we did already address this, but it is an official note that since we haven't talked about it on this pod, on October 26th, Mitch Love, the assistant coach of the Washington Capitals, former assistant coach, we'll talk about that, was suspended for the remainder of this season following the findings of an NHL-led investigation into past allegations initiated in July of 2025. As a Caps fan, I have to take a moment to say that I'm really proud of the Washington Capitals for taking the results of this investigation and deciding at that time to end Mitch Love's contract. The allegations, while personal in nature, have not been revealed, but it's very clear that it was serious enough that the NHL decided to suspend him from any form of coaching for an entire year. And the Capitals said, well, then we don't think you're needed in this organization. With the results of our own investigation and reading the results of the NHL's, we're going to part ways at this time. And I do have to give props for that. So just wanted to put that little note in.
And
Yeah,
they did it
right now.
quick because this was
Oh, yeah.
relatively new news when Chris and I did the weekend
We
whistle.
literally were breaking. We were talking about it as all this news was breaking on the weekend whistle. And the one thing we hated is that you weren't available to do it because I was like, I would have loved to gotten your opinion as it was happening. But literally, as this news was breaking, we were covering it. So
Yeah.
it's yeah.
And the Caps did it as soon as the NHL put out their statements. The Caps followed within hours
within
of
yeah,
being
like an hour.
We're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Capitals organization should be commended on their prompt action and the NHL taking this seriously, which, like we had said, the NHL doesn't just suspend people for the entirety of the season if this shit wasn't serious. So,
Yep.
big props to everyone involved. And listen, like I had said on the weekend whistle, everyone is innocent until proven guilty, but it's like, dude, you have some pretty fucking big heat on you. So obviously
Yeah.
what you did wasn't okay, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sucks to suck.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck.
Here's a lesson.
right.
Don't fucking do that shit.
Yeah.
You fucked around and you found out.
Just don't.
100%. All right. So we have our injuries. Unfortunately, Anaheim, you're looking a little rough there. We have 3 players that are out day to day in Radko Gudas, Chris Kreider, and Michael Grenland. It's mostly lower body, although Chris Kreider is out with an illness. He's just sick. Just needs to go home and take a nap. So
Got a
hopefully we'll see
bellyache.
them all back
Jesus
soon.
Christ, we fucking need him too. Although we're winning
Yeah.
2-0 right now, so I don't know if we need him tonight. But
But
we
don't say
could
that yet,
use
Chris. There's still a
those
game
3
left to go.
players are kind of important.
Yeah, yeah. You can survive one game, but like
we could survive
3,
one
you might
game
be
without
asking too much.
Granlund, Kreider, and Gudis, but we need them back soon.
Yes, 100%. In Boston, we have Hampus Lindholm, who is out undisclosed until November 1st, so not too far away. Jordan Harris, also out undisclosed until October 30th, so just before Halloween. In Buffalo, we have Tyson Kozak, who's out with a lower body injury until November 4th, and Carson Meyer, who is out until November 23rd with a knee injury. We actually have nobody new for Calgary, so they're playing tonight. Good for you. You have a whole team. That'll be nice.
Blues in, by the
It's
way.
not. It's not
Don't
like
point
they
that
know how
out.
to use that whole team because they've got
Yeah.
one fucking win. But
Never mind, they tied it up.
It could happen. It could happen. In Carolina, we have 3 players out. William Carrier and Eric Robinson are both out until November 17th with actually a lower and an upper body. I thought it was the same, but it's not. And Keandre Miller is out again until October 30th with a lower body injury. In Chicago, we have Tyler Bertuzzi, who's out with an upper body injury day-to-day, and Ilya Mikheyev, who is out upper body day-to-day as well. And Colorado. Sorry in advance, my guy. Nikita Puchepov. Hit me up. Tell me how
let
I
us know
was
how
supposed
you
to
say
say
it,
that.
Nikita.
Oh, Google.
Nikita Prishetkov.
No, we don't trust Google.
I don't know. Anyway, he's out undisclosed until November 13th. Nikita, call me. I will learn. I need to hear it once. You know what I mean? Haven't heard your name yet, bud. I don't watch Colorado games that often, so give myself an out. In Columbus, we have nobody new to the roster. For the Dallas Stars, who my team plays tonight, they are going to be down Rupe Hintz, who is out until October 30th.
Ooh.
Bad timing, Rupe.
That's a big
Sorry
hit
about
for
it.
them. Rupe.
Yeah.
Rupe is kind of important.
Yeah, Rupe is kind of important, but I'm not mad at it because, again, did you not hear the part where I said I play them tonight?
Yeah, you don't give a fuck. You're like, no, this is fine. We're okay.
You were typing the
I'm
list
like,
up and you're
great.
like,
Yeah, I was like, this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted and needed. So there we go. In Detroit, they have nobody new. In Edmonton, they have nobody new. In Florida, they do have new. Unfortunately, Brad Marchand is out for personal reasons until November 1st. And Jonah Godoyevich is out until November 4th.
Hey, we're
So-
playing the Panthers right now. So as much as I hope everything's okay with Marshy, I'm okay with him not
I'm
playing
okay with him
tonight.
being here. Yeah.
We're winning 2-0.
Fair.
Remember,
That's
I
fair.
said that a few minutes ago.
For Los Angeles, we have Warren Fogle.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever actually heard his name said. Anyway, he's out day to day, upper body injury. Minnesota also has a few people out, unfortunately, and some big names here too. Stevie Lescovar is out with a wrist injury until November 7th. Michael Milne is out until November 9th, undisclosed. And Marcus Foligno out upper body day to day. Hope Foligno's okay. I know that's one of Danger's favorites. In Montreal, nobody new. In Nashville, Roman Yossi is out until November 10th with an upper body injury, so he's got a couple weeks till he's back. In New Jersey, a lot of people on this list. Juho Lamiko is out lower body until November 6th. Cody Glass also out until November 6th with an upper body injury. Mark McLaughlin is out undisclosed until November 2nd. Brett Pesce is out until November 6th with an upper body injury. For the New York Islanders, Jesse Nurmi is out with a knee injury until November 2nd. Maxim Shabanov is out upper body until November 2nd as well. Ethan Bear, he had been out for a while, but this is a notable extension. It's undisclosed as to why he is out, but he is out until November 30th. So over a month added. We have yet to see him play this season, I don't believe. So quite an extension there. For the New York Rangers, Matt Rempe, oh, so sad. Upper body out until October 30th. He'll be back in no time. That's not a big deal, but still. Matt, hope you have packed your better behavior this year, you know?
Well,
You
you're gonna
gotta
get
stop
knocked out
fighting.
by Ryan.
That's what it
You're gonna
is.
get knocked out by Ryan Reeves. So
Yeah. In Ottawa, nobody knew. For Philadelphia, though, we have one of Danger's favorite names to say. Rasmus Ristolainen is out with a tricep injury until December 1st, which is actually heartbreaking. Get well soon, Rasmus. That sucks. But Ristolainen, I think is how she normally says it. And then a
Ristolainen.
name that we have not yet said on this podcast, but I want to go on record saying great name. Oliver Bonk is out until November 20th with an upper body injury. What a great last name. Bonk.
that's pretty
Amazing. You won. Good for you.
Great. You win.
In Pittsburgh, he did. He won. What a great last name. Bonk. So good. In Pittsburgh, we have Caleb Jones out with a lower body injury until December 20th. Yowza. Joel Blumquist out with a lower body injury until November 9th. And then, unfortunately, Chris, Rickard Raquel is out with a hand injury until December 20th. That's a long time for one of your favorite boys.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. That sucks. In San Jose, Nick Leddy is out day-to-day with an upper body injury. Nobody new for Seattle. In St. Louis, we have Robert Thomas and Jake Neighbors out day-to-day as well. In Tampa Bay, Nico Hutanen? There's 2 U's, so I think that needs some emphasis. But I don't know what that fastest is. So, again, call me Nico. He is out IR until November 4th, undisclosed. In Toronto, we have William Nylander, who's out day-to-day. He had come back. He's gone again. Kelly Youngcroc is out, expected to be back October 29th with a lower body injury. Chris Tanev is out until October 29th with an upper body injury. Nobody new for Utah. In Vancouver, we have Quinn Hughes out day-to-day and Victor Mancini out day-to-day as well. Nobody new for Vegas. Boo. Unfortunately, Washington does have some people out. Luckily, we're going to get them back soon. Fingers crossed. But Dylan Strome and Rasmus Sandin are both out until at least October 31st. And then we have nobody new in Winnipeg at this time. So that is our injury report for today. Thank you so much for joining us for that. Now, Chris, are you ready to give us the Obscure NHL Player of the Week?
I am indeed. It is time, folks, for our Obscure NHL Player of the Week. Okay. Today, our Player of the Week is a man by the name of Justin Kruger. He was born on October 6, 1986, in Dusseldorf, West Germany, which is now just Germany. He is the 213th overall pick of the 2006 draft by the Carolina Hurricanes, which makes him the final player in the 2006 draft. And his NHL career lasted 127 games, but just not in the NHL. See, the highest he ever got in the United States was the AHL in 127 games. He had 3 goals, 25 assists, 67 penalty minutes, 5 playoff appearances, 2 assists. He unfortunately never got to the big time, and that happens sometimes. But he did represent his country of Germany on several occasions in the World Cup of Hockey and 2 times in the World Junior Championship. He is also a player who spent a lot of time in Germany as a professional and retired in 2022 after playing in the National League, which is the ice hockey league in Switzerland, where he had 1 goal, 1 assist in 40 games. He just had 1 assist. There is nothing about what he's doing after, but he is the son of former Buffalo Sabres head coach Ralph Kruger. But in 2010, he earned a bachelor's degree in hotel management at Cornell University. So, I imagine he's probably doing something along that lines now. But yeah, shout out to Justin Kruger, who is our NHL Player of the Week, or Obscure NHL Player of the Week.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Love it.
Now, I believe it is time that Maul and I give our answers to the trivia question. Do you want to repeat the trivia question just one more time for good measure, though?
I shall, in fact. So,
Thank you
true
very much.
or false? The state of Minnesota has never produced a player to win a major NHL award.
I'm going to say false because I believe in the state of hockey.
Okay. Maul?
Just because I can, I'm going to say true. Because one of us has to be right.
That's
There
incredibly...
you go.
Yeah.
Good reason.
So, drum roll, please.
Brrr.
The state of Minnesota has produced 0 players in the history of the NHL to ever hold any sort of
Rude.
major award in the NHL. That's a scoring title, that's the
Yes.
Hart Trophy, Hold on. There is a fight happening right now
Is it going?
between Ross Johnson and who is that?
Who is
Spin
that?
around.
I need to see your back.
Oh, hey. Good scrap, boys. Good scrap.
Did the Ducks win the fight?
Yeah, he beat his ass pretty much.
That's all that matters. Then it doesn't matter who he
Johnson
is.
and Greer. That was a good fight. Good tilt, boys. It's all right. Minute left in the first or in the second period. Go take a shower. But yeah, they have never produced a single player to win any sort of major award.
Wild.
Not a
That's
heart, not a
crazy.
scoring title, not anything. Not even a rookie of the year. No player from Minnesota has even won the Calder Trophy.
This has to be the year for them.
We got to think who are
Now,
the best players in
to
Minnesota.
clarify, we're not
know.
talking about a player from the Wild.
Correct.
We're talking about
Players
a player born in the state of Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
Okay.
Let's find out
Guess
who.
it can't be helped.
Who I'm trying to think. Who is the biggest name from Minnesota right now? I mean, you have players right now in the league like Nick Bukestad, Anders Lee, Ryan Lindgren, Nick Leddy, Brock Besser, Keandre Miller, Casey Middlestat. I mean, these are names of players who are pretty good. Ryan Pooling. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Brock Faber's directly from Minnesota.
He is.
Yeah. He didn't win. Obviously, he did not win the Calder Trophy. Nate
I know,
Schmidt,
Danger's very upset.
which, I mean, yeah, he had a great year, but, you know,
Yeah.
Connor Bedard
We don't need to
did a
rehash it.
better season and played 20 less games. Charlie Lindgren, Jackson Lacombe. I mean, there are a lot of players from the state of Minnesota. Blake Wheeler.
Yeah.
So it's pretty wild that no pun intended, that no player from this that is born in the state of Minnesota has won any sort of award.
Yeah.
And they call
Which is
themselves the
crazy
state of hockey.
because, like, no Stanley Cup too, right?
No, that's
just,
no,
like,
it's
player
just
awards.
individual player
Okay.
awards. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious if anyone from Maine has done it.
No.
I'm going to say
But
no.
I think it's a bigger deal because Minnesota calls themselves the state of hockey.
The state of hockey.
And the fact
Right.
that they've been unable to produce a player to win a major single award is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And again, I was
Yep.
saving this for Danger, but unfortunately, Danger is not here again tonight. So
Yeah.
I will share that tidbit with her. So
Or maybe
we
don't,
can,
because it might make her sad. So let's wait.
yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait till next
wait.
week and be like, by the way, just so you know, your team,
By the way.
your state has never produced a player to win a single major award.
Yeah.
But yeah,
think so.
that is the answer to the trivia question this week.
Well, thank you very much, Chris.
You're welcome.
Well, folks, that is all for us this week on the Pucked Up Podcast. We thank you so much for joining us. As always, if you have enjoyed what we had to say tonight, please like, please share, please subscribe, please leave a comment. If you can think of an offside opinion that you would like to hear from us, let us know. We are happy to answer any of those kinds of questions for you. Otherwise, we will see you, Mother Puckers, in the face-off circle next week.